Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a January, February, March, first quarter 2026 reading. This is a preview of the first quarter of next year. I'm reading this during the full moon in Gemini, so that is necessarily flavoring some of what this is preparing you for. I feel as though this full moon is a time of preparation. So I'm going to turn over these cards, clarify them with another deck, and use a couple of oracle decks to clarify and summarize further what some of the themes are. So let's look at January to begin with. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And it's important to note that the planet Neptune, the planet of our higher spiritual nature, our greater sensitivity and powerful intuition, is moving into Aries at the end of this month. So I feel as though you have been working perhaps on your meditation, on your prayers, on your opportunities for introspection and looking within, retreating into a place where you are developing your character, looking at your personal development as key to any outer successes you're experiencing in the world. I do see you working hard in January, but it feels like with a purpose. It feels as though that you are measuring yourself as feeling successful and having achieved something important. Perhaps you're being asked to lead, or you have been asked to lead. And whether you've stepped up or into a leadership position, I feel that you are exercising the tasks and the responsibility, the kind of advisement that a leader, a supervisor, a boss, a caretaker would exhibit over their team, your colleagues, your co-workers, even family members. In February, the Four of Wands is describing a beautiful way that you are working with a team. And this feels, again, somewhat related to your employment or your professional work. So I see you as not only creating structures of acknowledgement, recognition for the successes of others within your team or even in your community, in your home, among your family, in order to celebrate that progress, that growth that you're experiencing, that you've encouraged, or that you too are gaining. So this is about a community, a team that celebrates one another, is committed to learning what needs to be learned to improve and the success of something that you have built or are creating together. In March, we have the Fool card. And the Fool card is describing this incredible reservoir of faith and belief in yourself. And it does feel like it is an outcome, a result of the work that you've done to date and what you've been able to create with others. So your leadership, your responsibility, your provision of care, your nurturance, in alignment with your own personal development indicates that you are setting an example for others. Others follow, others admire you, and this is giving you the courage to move into a new direction. That new direction may in fact be leadership. It may be setting off onto a project of your own, or it may be with the collaboration of your team creating a new direction or a new project that is reliant upon the trust and the hard work that you've established among you. So I see you being perceived as doing something that others would not expect. But this actually is something that isn't surprising you. This is the result of success that you have gained from your community or your professional team of collaborators. I'm going to clarify January with a couple of Crow Tarot, and I have the Eight of Pentacles, another repeat, and the Five of Staffs. Yeah, this really looks like you're working hard as part of a team. There is still a leadership component because of the seriousness with which you connect the work you're doing with your own growth and improvement, the improvement of your skills, the improvement or ownership of your responsibility. So I feel that you are taking these tasks seriously. You're taking the oversight of a team or a project very seriously, and you're putting it together diligently. This helps you to structure the team in a way that allows everyone to participate equally or equitably, I should say, because the trick to your leadership is allowing others to find their strength, to find what they're good at so that they can lead in that particular arena. So the pressure is off to be good at all things. This intent of your structure or leadership is to allow others to participate from a place of confidence, and then to be able to step back and learn from others who have other expertise. So this beautiful model makes for a very exciting and almost a very practical, but truly inspired collaborative effort in January. And that is precisely when Neptune kicks into Aries. This is forming a beautiful aspect to your sign. And this is indicating a new level of leadership. This can be a hidden leadership or from behind the throne, so to speak. So you can be influencing the boss, for example, or having an influence on various members of the team in a way that allows you to collaborate with leadership to make the team more productive, to support individuals to be more productive, and hence your team more effective. In February, the Four of Wands is clarified by the Death card and the Sun card. Wow, this is stunning. Not only are you creating something highly successful, but this transformation that you're experiencing is reinvigorating, re-energizing the team. I actually feel that the possibility of a significant partnership is also imminent during February or sometime during the first quarter of next year, depending on your circumstances and or if that's something you are desiring. I do think as Saturn moves into Aries, again, you are looking anew at how to structure a new beginning, how to start off something. And that can include a relationship, a project that you take on in partnership, an intimate agreement to do some work together with others with whom you're deeply connected. So I see this as celebratory in many ways. The joy, the advancement, the generosity of spirit that you are able to show to your comrades, your collaborators, your peers that are members of this community. In March, the Fool is clarified by the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So what I'm truly hearing in this reading is as Jupiter goes direct in early March or mid-March, You are being motivated and inspired to take a risk. And perhaps this joining this partnership is providing you an opportunity to do something that is somewhat out of your wheelhouse. However, it's something that you have a lot of experience with, you have comfort and a lot of passion for. You are determined to be successful. You know that you belong in this role, whatever this role is. Um, you're also bringing a certain freshness to this partnership or alliance, this collaboration with others. You are, again, as is so common to your sign, and with the wands picturing the elements of your sign, you are sharing your joy, you're sharing your passion, you are enthusiastic about that. And one of the interesting things about the full moon energy is this ability to interpret our feelings that were generated from our experiences. And this is something that is part of your transmutation, part of your rebirth, is this recognizing that you are the power that you've always wanted to be, and that any blockages or resistance you're experiencing is coming as much from within you as from outside of you. And from that perspective, that emboldens you to blast forward with what the sense of joy, light, and spiritual energy that elevates the team and others to move forward with enthusiasm, with inspiration that motivates others to your call for action. I'm now going to clarify, or I'm going to pull some oracle cards to emphasize some of the themes in the flow of energy. And for January, we have acceptance. For February, we have change. And for March, we have envy. So I am going to start in January. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And that does underscore the necessity to work productively with others. Part of that impetus to be a collaborator, an effective collaborator, is this self-acceptance that you are designed for this work, that you bring a special sauce to the work, that what you bring is needed because you're bringing heart, you're bringing commitment, you're bringing compassion, connection to others, making this available and accessible to others. As you find the self-acceptance within you, you are understanding that this collaboration, this team, these responsibilities are part of the way that you are affecting the world. A project, the impact you're having is actually making this project more effective, if I didn't already say that. In February, you are change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And although for some, with Saturn moving into Aries here, there is this incredible focus on building from the beginning, starting from the beginning, the foundation. And it appears to me that you have the foundation in your home and or your community, so that you understand that can be underscored again by a partnership or a team, a collaboration, loved ones rallying around you, celebrating some growth or change that you have experienced. And in March, the envy card. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And it's interesting, Aries got this card in a different place. But what always comes to me here is the editing of the word but with the word and. I'm the same as everybody, and with different challenges. So what I mean by that small edit is that our difference is what we have in common. We're all unique. We're all special. We're all original. And that is something that we share. And learning to come together on the basis of our differences is, I believe, one of humankind's part of the growth curve that is essential for us to make it into this abundant world that we are seeing as possible. I'm going to finally pull an Enchanted Blossom Oracle because I'm really feeling the value of writing, communicating thought, language. And the Enchanted Blossom cards feature flowers, which are a very elaborate language, very articulated, and the butterfly, a symbol of transformation and change. And I love the combination of these energies in the cards, and I pulled for you wisdom. And I think what is coming to me is how these cards can be prompts for journaling, writing, meditation, however you process your thoughts and feelings, however you give gratitude towards aspects of your life that you are experiencing. There are numerous ways that you can frame your writing, whether you keep a dream journal, another opportunity to write out your feelings and allow your thoughts to evolve, to slow your thoughts down. So I'm opening up this book really just to read the journal prompt. How can I cultivate wisdom? That's pretty open-ended. And because of that, I'm going to read some of, or perhaps all of the guidebook on this card. For the ancient Greeks, Iris was a goddess who personified the rainbow. Family members would plant irises on the graves of women in hope that the goddess would guide the deceased to the afterlife. Egypt was also captivated by the iris and planted them around the tombs of kings. Iris oil has been used to clear the lungs and aid with coughing, and in more recent times in perfumes and aromatherapy. Within the past several generations, the iris has exploded into gardens all over the world, and with hundreds of variations, you can find almost any color you could hope for. Irises have been featured in paintings and poems throughout history and remain a popular garden and cut flower. Wisdom is associated with aging, but is a trait that should be cultivated and nurtured. We can help insight along by seeking out new experiences, living boldly and facing the struggles of life. Understanding doesn't come from staying safe in your own little bubble and never venturing out into the world. This card asks you to leave your safe spaces behind and gather wisdom wherever you can find it. Experience life, read, do something new, and make mental notes on what goes on around you. Stop, listen, and learn from those who are wiser than yourself. In this way, you can gain more wisdom and have the tools to make decisions as you move through life. Thank you so much, Leo. If this reading has resonated with you at all, please hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all your comments and thoughts. Until next time, Leo, namaste.